That's the type of day I was having, babe. So I was thinking maybe you could, babe, baby,
Huh?
baby, you
Huh?
got to get off social media.
I was looking up
What
statistics for
type of
the show.
statistics
Like
were you
what?
looking up?
Looking up the divorce rate where it says that 41% of marriages end in divorce.
He said,
She said,
welcome to the show, everybody. It's so important, man, that we engage you on a proper level of social media. Whether you like it, you love it, or you hate it, I don't think it's going anywhere. And it's important for us to talk about it, babe. Right out the
yes.
gate. How you feel about social media?
I feel like it's a distraction, really. Sometimes I think it can be used for positive things, but for most of the part, I think that it is negatively influencing
What
our.
do you mean? How you feel?
Well, because sometimes even in relationships, it's an easy way to, cause problems in relationships. It's an easy way to cyberbully. It's an easy way to cause distraction. I mean, I don't know how many degrees some people could have if they spent as much time in another book than on Facebook.
Well, but I will say this right away: your president of the United States, like him, love him, or hate him, he is the president, and many will say that he won this election due to tweeting. I mean, every morning you get up, he's tweeting. I don't know who's in charge of his Twitter, by the way, but he's tweeting every day. So
Well,
it
I
kind of
think he might
circumvents.
be in charge of it.
Well, he's the president, so he probably is. But he circumvents the media.
Yeah.
His supporters will say that he circumvents the fake news by
Yes.
tweeting. So
Yes.
could it be positive as well
Yes. If it's not fake news.
if it's not fake news?
Yeah.
So we have this
Absolutely.
whole thing of social media culturally. You have people who participate in Man Crush Monday, Women Crush Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Flip Back Friday, whatever the case may be. So how do you feel about, okay, Man Crush Monday? Should people who are in a relationship, this would be a good poll question, by the way, should people who are in a relationship participate in Man Crush Monday?
Well, it depends on who that man crush Monday is. I would say that if it's somebody that they have access to, or if that person belongs to somebody else, or
Hmm.
and they see that person frequently, or if that is someone in their city that could cause or is in a relationship with someone, I think they should not be disrespectful, because that's what that would be, to post somebody else's man or whatever on their social media
So for
page.
for our viewers who don't know what Man Crush Monday is, that is Monday. You post a picture of someone that you are attracted
Crushing on,
to,
yes.
someone that you're
I
crushing
just
on.
crush a lot.
So I just crush a lot. I don't, not a player no more. I just crush a lot. That's funny. So what do you say if I'm in a relationship, if we're in a relationship, or someone's in a relationship? Is it okay for them to participate on Man Crush Monday and post someone else on their social media, like a celebrity?
Uh,
Let's say Nelly. All right, he's a celebrity. Why are you sweating?
mm,
He's a celebrity.
mm.
First lady, come back.
Whew,
Come
okay,
back,
I'm
first lady.
here. I'm here.
He's a celebrity, and it's Man Crush Monday.
Yes.
And you post, is it okay for you, married, and your husband's sexy, and I'm
Yes.
not
Yeah.
biased.
Yes, he
Is
is.
it okay for you to
Mhm.
post
Mhm.
about your man crush?
Whew, um. Yeah.
Take your time. She needs some water.
Oh,
Where's
yeah. It's hot. Water.
it's hot in here?
Water. Yes.
It's hot in here.
Yes. It's hot
Okay.
in here. Okay. Well, because I have other women watching me and setting an example, I would not post anything, because sometimes people could take things too far,
Right.
and it becomes not only just a crush but lusting, or
Mm.
causing some other things. So I would not personally post anything that has anything to do with the Man Crush Monday if it was not my spouse. But
But do you agree with it? Do you think that it's okay for women who are in a relationship to post, uh, excuse me, a celebrity of some sort on their social media page?
I don't agree with it,
Mm.
because I feel like it would be disrespectful,
Mm.
and depending on the magnitude of influence, and I keep going back to that because I have to, say that the influence that I have, because of the magnitude of influence that you have with other people, you don't want to give the wrong signal to say that it's okay, because nowadays with social media and everything, we don't know boundaries.
Right.
And so you don't want to portray or put off any type of wrong influence in the air.
But you and I joke a lot. We've been
Absolutely.
married 19 years. Shout
Absolutely.
out to 19. We've been married 19 years. So we joke a lot about who we crush on. Nelly for you. I don't really have one for myself. But we you know,
Now the devil
we
is a
talk
lie.
about I don't really have one.
The
But we
so
talk
you
about
so you mean to tell me that if
I don't
you
have one.
mean to tell me that if Sanaa walk, you
Nah,
what,
so now who?
Lathan, you
Nah,
ain't
I don't.
what
Hey.
you mean to tell me? Yep, yep, there it is.
Hmm.
There it is. Come
So we
disappearing. You want to disappear right
so
now. We playing
so
disappearing acts
so
right
when
now.
we joke a lot about crushing them. Now we don't know them, they don't know us, but you would say that it's still disrespectful if I'm on a Wednesday, Women Crush Wednesday, post a picture of Sanaa Lathan on my social media. You would say that that's disrespectful,
I would absolutely.
even though I have no dealings with her, not haven't met her yet, all of that
Because if you feel
yet.
like it's good to post that one, then you will feel like if I got another crush on somebody else, then I can post that person as well. And I mean, just because you might not see that person right now, what Nelly's coming.
Right.
And it's gonna be in Chicago, and I tagged you in it
Right,
too.
I
So I
saw
wanted
that.
you to,
I
yep, I
erased it
want.
as soon as you tagged me
I'm quite
because I
sure.
didn't think God had nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
So I
yes.
erased it.
So I said Eli, that's
I
what I
saw
put.
that.
Yeah, on there. Okay. So, but even though he might not be in front of me at this moment, who knows the opportunities,
Right.
that you would get, and then even for your spouse, I think that it's telling her, if you don't look like her,
Mm.
or if you don't dress like her. I mean, of course, it's different things in the celebrity field that sometimes us as women or families don't necessarily have. Then you're saying that I like this more than I like you.
So what do you say? Because we've learned, even with having a church, dealing with young people, what do you say about the subliminals that are sent on social media, where you can like someone's stuff too much, they can like your stuff too much, that can be a current flirting, so to speak. I've heard that
Absolutely.
before. Well, Pastor, he was on her page and he liked 7 of her pictures, and
Yep.
so
Yep.
what do you say about that? Do you really believe that there are subliminals sent on social media?
I do. I mean, I've seen it happen where one person like one thing, that other person likes something back, and then they say, "Oh, okay. Well, now let me see what she on, because she don't like 2 of my pictures." And then
Mm.
when, excuse me, when something happens, and then he likes 3 of your pictures, and then when he finally does, or she finally does
It goes down
send
in the
that
DM.
inbox
It
message,
goes down
then
in
it's
the
like,
DM.
oh, I see, let me see what they own, because they none like so many of my pictures or whatnot. And that goes for married or single,
Hmm.
and we've seen it
So
happen.
you think now I've heard that social media destroys relationships. Do you
Absolutely.
agree with that,
I
or do
do.
you believe? Because I
I
honestly
do.
believe that people destroy relationships. Social media is just an entity of itself. It can be used to promote. It can be used to network. And so here it is, another avenue for something good, but it's the people that distort it and make it wicked or use it for the wrong reason.
Well, I believe both things, because if you're talking about Man Crush Monday, and
Right.
we're talking about Women Crush
Right.
Wednesday, and we're talking about relationships, what about somebody that is not posting pictures of their family or their spouse, or
Hmm.
if they don't even have children, but they're in a relationship with someone, but they never even mention that person on
I,
social media,
well, I'll tell you
or
this right out the gate. I can look at someone's social media. I'm serious. I should have like a degree in social media because I can look at someone's social media and tell right away how into their family they are or how
absolutely,
into their spouse they are. You ever look at someone's social media and they post nothing about their spouse and you
absolutely,
think to yourself, now they can't be happy at home
absolutely.
because I don't care who you are, you post what you're proud about.
Yeah,
You post
or they post, not posting it because they don't want someone to see it.
because they don't want
How
someone to see
how
it.
about when you have somebody, they say I'm into you and we into each other
Right,
behind closed doors,
right.
but when I begin to post something about you, it's like deactivate.
Yeah. Oh,
And what
well,
that
I'll tell you this. I'll look down to 4. I'll go down to 4 or 5 of your stuff. And if I don't
Okay.
see nothing about me by the
Absolutely.
fifth post, we're gonna have a
Absolutely.
conversation about it.
Absolutely.
Because what can you be so into that I'm not a part of your day or a part of your week? And I know that
Absolutely.
you're almost like a Facebook stalker too, by the way. I
Mm-hmm.
know that you're the same way.
Why would you
Because you
say?
the same way on my stuff. Like I'll go
Yeah.
to see where
Mm-hmm.
you are, but you really go to see where I'm at too.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Mm-hmm.
do you say about people who are on social media, but they use social media to what we spoke about before, a type of bullying or
Yeah.
a type of intimidation or
Yeah.
subliminals about other people?
Well, you know what? I think that it's funny now because when we were growing up, it was you had to wait to either see that person
Hmm.
to be able to say what you were going to
Right.
say,
Write a
or
note.
write a note, or you had to have their phone number
Right.
or three-way calling to get on the
Absolutely.
phone with somebody. But now it's almost like just a touch of your finger. You can go and you can type everything that you want to say, and it's a coward move, is
Wow.
what it really is. But because we had this platform and we have this audience that gives us
Mm.
what do you call it? You call it
Bad
bad
endorsements.
endorsements,
Yeah.
where if you post something and it's telling somebody off, so to
Right.
speak, and or talking about somebody, you get the likes of the people that follow you or endorse you, so to speak, not necessarily telling you that that's wrong or that
Right.
you shouldn't say that, or would you say that
Right.
if that person was right in front of
Now
you.
you say that, but I honestly believe that the like button, if you're just tuning in, man, we're talking about social media and the good, the bad, the ugly. The like button on there is where you can like a comment that someone says or like a picture that someone posts. I think it's one of the worst things that was ever created
Absolutely.
because now you give people a platform to
Mhm.
be evil, mean, malicious, no filter, and
Mhm.
then if someone likes it, now you've created an audience that you have to be that person in order to get a bunch of likes.
Right.
And now your conviction is gone. I'm talking
Right.
to the Christian, by the way. Your conviction is gone. Your filter is gone because you know someone is going to endorse that negativity. And I think that is destroying not just relationships, but people's character,
Right.
people's integrity. All
Right.
of that has been, and come on, we posted our feelings before as well,
Absolutely.
so we're not exempt from it. But I think it create a bad thing for people.
Well, I think once it's been brought to light and once you've been, opened up to say, "Hey, you shouldn't do that," or that wasn't nice, or if it's something you wouldn't say to that person in their face or whatnot, you probably shouldn't post that, or everything about you or what you're thinking should
Yeah,
not go on social media. Once you've been brought to light, and that's been brought to the forefront, you would think that you would change. What they say, when you know better,
right. You
you
do
would do
better.
better. And so I would think that at some point, those that, have been raised right and,
Hmm.
instilled some values or something down on the inside of them, that they would be like, you know what, I shouldn't take to that. But we're seeing it more and more every day.
Now you said something, and I don't know if we can do it now. We might have to do it when we come back from break because you said something at the beginning about relationships and divorce. What would you say to the single female who receive inboxes from married men? Should she tell the spouse? Should she put them on blast? Should she respond? I don't know, but I want to hear what you have to say when we come back. Can you wait till we come
Yeah,
back from break?
hey, after this,
And when we come back from
let
break, we're
me,
going to deal with it. What do
yes.
you say to the person who's in your inbox? If
Mm,
you're married,
mm,
if she's single,
mm,
what do you say?
he
Right after
said,
this, she
she
said.
said,
Welcome back, everybody, to He Said,
she said.
She Said. Hey, before we went to commercial break, we were in a heated conversation
Yes, we
about
was.
social media. Whether you like it or love it, whether you live for it or you don't, it's a real thing and it's not going
Yes,
nowhere.
it
I
is.
asked my wife the question, what does a single person say to a married person in their inbox? I'll see the subliminal message. They'll say, stay out of my inbox and I don't want your man here, take him back, whatever. What should in your opinion, what should a single person say or do if they got a married person in their inbox?
Well, me personally, if I was single, which that's been a long time, but if I was
19 years, by the way.
19, by the way,
19,
absolutely.
22, if you're
Yes,
really keeping
if
count.
we're counting.
Go ahead.
But if I was single, I would let the wife know that their spouse is stepping to them the wrong way. I'd be like, now step off,
No,
step
step off,
off,
step off,
step
step
off.
off.
But yeah, no, I would actually let the wife know that their spouse is actually coming at me inappropriately. Why? Because if you're doing this secretly, obviously she doesn't know that you're doing something that you're not supposed to do. But after you come to me, she gonna know.
You would actually say something.
Absolutely.
Man, there are a lot of relationships that we see go through turmoil
Absolutely.
through social media. I'm not gonna say because of social media, because I just don't believe that social media does anything in and of itself. That's like my
Absolutely.
kids at the school say, "I just hate this school." Well, it's just a building. It's your conduct and what you do to
Mm-hmm.
make social media become negative, right?
Absolutely.
So, what do you say to people who struggle with that, or even just spending too much time on social media? You know, our children and sometimes adults as well, I mean, they take social media to the bathroom with it. When they wake up out the bed, before they brush their teeth, before they get their swag on,
Rolling
right?
over.
Before they get their swag on, first thing they do is go to social media. So, what do you say to someone who spends too much time, or they know someone who spends too much time on there? How should they approach that situation?
Well, I mean, if you don't have no goals, then social media on,
Wow.
but if you got goals, dreams, and aspirations, there is no way you could spend that much time giving social media that much time in your life or that much power over your life. Then you should be trying to go after those goals,
Now,
dreams and
well,
aspirations.
have you ever been consumed by social media?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I know I
I
have.
just had to tell myself, I was like, now, Kia, now you know that you on here too much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to school
Yeah.
for my master's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you going to do this work and get something done, because I want to graduate with honors.
Right.
And so I'm like, no, it's going to take more than just being on social media. You're going to have to give yourself some time to be disciplined to get this work done as well.
Two ways I know is on social media too much. One, when you see somebody out somewhere and you can talk about their whole life story
Oh,
based off of
based
what
off,
you see on
yes,
social
or
media,
their fake life
or their
story.
fake life story
Yeah.
based off what you see on social media. I think
Yeah.
you're on there too much. You
Mhm.
see somebody in the grocery store, and it's almost like, so how your kids doing? She at Ball State, right? And then she graduated. This her senior
Like,
year, ain't it? Okay. And then did you get the new job? I was
yeah.
praying for you about the new job. I mean, you knew their whole life story based off of social media. I knew that. And then the other way that I knew I was on there too much is when you start doing what I call investigating. And y'all don't look at me like that at home. You know what it's like to investigate. You see two people get into it on one status, and so what do?
Go and click
Oh,
on
you
a
go and click on the
status.
other person's status,
That's
and what if y'all
right.
not friends?
We gonna request
We
them as
request
a
him as a
friend.
friend,
Yes,
and
we
then
are.
now you're gonna find out where the origin of the argument. I said,
Mm,
you know what? It's too much. It's too much. It's too
yes,
much. I have to get off of there. Even for me, being transparent, preaching, you look
absolutely.
for feedback, and
Yes,
so my spiritual dad would always say, if you take the positive, you
you
got to
gotta
take
take the
the negative
negative.
as well.
Absolutely.
So I decided to come off of there, especially Sunday, Monday. I'm not on there at all. I try not to be on there because I don't want to be tainted. I don't want my spirit to be affected by the negative things that I see because we are human. So we
Absolutely.
do see the negative comments as well. So how do
Absolutely.
you respond? We're kind of in the spotlight now.
Mm,
We have a church in our city. People know who we are. We don't please everybody. So
absolutely.
how do you respond as a person of influence when you see something negative that's targeted towards you, your family, or even your church?
Well, here we go when we talking about that whole subliminal thing
Right.
again. uh I try to be disciplined within myself, and I try to not respond, because like I said before, the level of influence that I have people watching me. So the way that I respond, I don't want to give anybody or the connotation that it's okay to be able to respond that way. And so what I do is I either get off there, or if it's somebody that I'm close to or that I have a relationship with, and they will post something that I didn't agree with, or I felt like it was not a good timing to post that, I would kind of secretly send them a message and say, that's not good. You might want to take that off, or if you're gonna react that way, take it down and think about it or pray about it and then come back to it. For myself, I try to Um,
So you've said take it down to people before? So
absolutely,
you've called somebody and said, I seen your post. I want you
absolutely,
to take it down.
absolutely.
Why did you do that and how did they respond?
Because also you want people, you want your image to be good in the sight of people, and if all you do is have these negative things,
Mm,
and you say you're a Christian first off, and then you're talking about God and you're talking about your church all the time, and all these different things, well, you don't want to represent God in the wrong way, and I mean, whatever it is, whatever your God is, whatever you believe in, like your organization or whatever, like you don't want to represent them in the wrong way. And sometimes some things you post can represent. I mean, I heard Chris
that's true.
Bosch say, and
That's
I
true.
went to
How
something
you
that
know about Chris Bosh?
I watched him on ESPN.
What'd he
Amen.
say?
So he was talking
You know
about,
that's sexy, right?
well,
That you know something about basketball, and
yeah,
I didn't influence you on that,
mm-mm,
and I
no.
got you. Go ahead.
No, okay, all right. So Chris Bosch was talking about one of the spokesperson. I don't even know if he was a fan or someone, but he was calling him Bosch Spice because when he came to the Miami Heat, he was supposed to have been bringing some really good power, to the
Hmm.
team. But when he came, it was like he was kind of stinking up, a
Hmm.
little bit, and so he didn't come and actually perform the way that they were thinking. So Chris Bosch was like, I don't care about the jokes. I love the joke and, all that type of stuff. He said, but my grandfather, my father, and my family, the Bosch name is all we got. And he said, and so, we don't take it lightly. We work hard. We're hardworking
Wow.
men. And so he was like, I don't care about the jokes that you have. He was like, but when you add in the Bosch name to that, he was like, I take offense to that
Wow.
because he really did care about how people looked at his
Mm.
family and saw the legacy or the history that his father and grandfather was trying to leave behind as their family.
Wow, I'm reminded for myself personally that I want to be so focused on and goal oriented that I don't concern myself with the subliminal messages or with
Absolutely.
the, people not bold enough to really tag you, but
Absolutely.
they'll talk about you so where you can see it. I'm reminded of what Jakes said, and TD Jakes to me is one of my homiletic heroes, right? TD Jakes said that he was writing for a news article, he was doing a column, and there were people commenting on it because he thought he was doing such a good job. He would read the comments, and some of the people were so negative on the comments that
Hmm.
he stopped writing for the article. And then the editor of the newspaper called him and said, Bishop Jakes, what's going on? You stopped writing. And Bishop Jakes said, well, the people
Don't
don't like
like
what
it.
I'm writing.
Absolutely.
And she said, where'd you get that from? And he said, I read the comments. And the lady said, Bishop Jakes, the people who are subscribing to your column don't have time to leave comments. So it's the people who want to be negative, who want to be seen, who want to try to get under your skin. Those are the one who are commenting. And he said something like, "Eagles don't concern themselves with the clucking of ducks." That was good to me. I need an
Absolutely.
offering. Put that on the
Absolutely.
screen. Givelify everybody. Eagles do not concern themselves with the clucking of ducks, and that meant something to me because people will always have something to say. You got to have thick skin enough if you're going to be successful to
Absolutely.
take that or let it roll off of your back as well.
Absolutely. And one thing our spiritual mom has said to me when we started talking about just the different things that we were doing, even, this show, and saying, that puts you in the spotlight.
Right.
I mean, we're already in the
We're in the
spotlight. Well, I
spotlight.
mean, we're already there. And we've had the subliminal messages,
Right.
and we've had the negative talking, and we've had the, comments geared towards us that didn't necessarily tag us, and we've had, somebody screenshot it and send it
Right.
to us. We've
Right.
had, all of these different things. And so, with us, if Sister Act, Lauren Hill, and the other young lady said it best in Sister Act. They said, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. And when you paying attention, it's not to what the people are saying to you. It's about where you're going.
Where you
It's
going?
about your goals,
You're
your
preaching
dreams,
right
and
now.
things that you have
You're
going on.
preaching.
So,
I
well,
absolutely agree.
absolutely,
I think we're right where we are now, and then it took us bumping our head a lot to be able
absolutely,
to say, you know what, the people,
yes,
the rooms that we want to sit in are not based off of people who don't like you. It's based
yes,
off of people who see something in you and want to pull
Yes.
you into those rooms. So
Absolutely.
for you, how much time do you actually spend on social media now?
Well, right now, little to none. I could say maybe an hour, if that, and that's not an hour consistently.
Like an hour straight through.
No, absolutely
Right.
not. No, it's probably, if you add up the time, it could
In a
be an
day.
hour in a day. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that's like late at night, when I'm probably laying down in bed trying to wind down just to clear my head. And then for sometimes it's not even at all in a day.
Mm,
And so I can remember always saying to you, you would be so proud of me,
right.
today, because
I
I
haven't been
haven't
on
I
there.
haven't been on there.
Right.
Why? Because I'm gearing myself to go higher and to be better, and doing social media or letting it consume my time or letting people have that much power over me is not going to take me where I want to go.
You know, I've seen people on social media in their cars. They'll be
Yes.
on social media in
Driving.
the driving. I mean,
Yes.
driving and live.
Yes.
You've seen fights recorded on
Yes.
Facebook Lives.
Yes.
Sadly, people have
Committed
committed
suicide.
suicide on.
Absolutely.
So social media is a platform in and of itself that if you're not careful, you can spend too much time on there. And I
Mhm.
always say that it can become almost a form of a guide for you
Absolutely.
because it's the first place you'll see people get into a car accident. And before they call their insurance, before they call 911, before they call their mother, they're on social media and they're like, boom, car accident,
So you
look,
mean to tell me
rear
they're not
ended.
saying like a good neighbor?
No, no,
They
State Farm is that
no.
they're not doing that.
Okay.
They're on social media. Look at the car, but God, and you taking a picture right there.
Yes.
Even the young lady who had the wherewithal to record when the police officer
Yes.
shot, I think
Her
her boyfriend or
boyfriend.
something,
Yes.
right there, straight to social media. And as I said, even the president of the United States, before he
Yes.
can get a thought out, he's tweeting. So
Yes.
if you're not careful, I think you can be so consumed in social media itself that it can become an idol for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
You think so? Let me ask you this. So, what you said you're in school now, you're getting your degree. Do you think that social media is going to take up any more of your time, or you think it's going to be reduce less of your time?
I think it's going to reduce less of my time, actually, because I'm making it a priority and a point to actually make sure that I'm not on it. I even took notifications off
Right,
my phone, because then that way, you're not going to have that much. Tag me in it. If I want to see it, then I'll
right,
see it. If I don't, inbox me if I want to see it, and if
right.
I don't, then
So
I
it
don't.
doesn't
No,
control you; you
absolutely
control
not.
it. So
Absolutely.
for me, I feel the
Absolutely.
same way. I feel like I'm in control of it now, where I'll delete it off my phone.
Right.
I might not deactivate it, but I'll delete it so it won't take up that much of my time because
Absolutely.
you can be on it and your kids could be around, but you're not really present for your kids. You're just like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
It's a
go ahead and talk. Yeah, I hear
distraction.
you. All right, good day.
Yes.
Go on outside, play in the
Yes.
fire.
And then what they say, mama and daddy didn't even hear nothing
Didn't
I
hear nothing I
said.
said.
Well,
Didn't hear.
because they always on their phone, but you don't even
Absolutely.
realize. They say, "Mama, can you help me with my homework?" "Mama, I got this project that's due." "Mama, I got practice." Like,
Right.
mom, and you
Absolutely.
so consumed that you can't even get them there on time. That even while you there and they do something good, you can't even see that what
It's
they
real.
done. All of that, you're missing out on being present for your children because of social media.
There it is, everybody. He said,
She
she
said.
said, social media, does it consume you, like it or love it? It ain't going nowhere. God bless you.